So at the moment, obviously, every Londoner will know that it's a bit of a wild west for dockless e-bikes. They tend to be parked often on pavements, nuisance, getting in the way of people trying to get about their business. And at the moment, Transport for London and the boroughs don't really have enough powers in law to be able to make sure that they're being parked in appropriate places and being used in ways that complement our public transport system and don't actually compete against it. Because obviously these are private companies, they're using our roads, our streets. But dockless e-bikes are really convenient for lots of people, but they also need to work in harmony with the rest of our transport. So we've been lobbying, the Mayor and the London Assent have been lobbying for a long time, and the English Devolution Bill was sort of vehicle to give more powers to transport authorities to be able to regulate dockless e-bike schemes. So there's a couple more steps to go through, but that devolution bill has, in law, given the power will give the power to transport authorities to set standards for how those operators operate. TfL are very keen to take advantage of it. They want to see the schemes work for Londoners. So I think I would say I think they've probably been quite frustrated at not being able to manage the operators in a way that's positive. And cycling is getting a bit of a bad rap because lots of what most Londoners see is actually just a load of line bikes hanging around rather than actually people getting about and going about their business. So I think TfL are really, really keen to use those powers again to make the schemes positive for London. Obviously, as more and more people use it, then the operators, they're making money from it. So they're going, yeah, we'll provide more and more. But again, if they're parked badly, if there's oversupply in some areas. I mean, I know, for instance, Hackney quite well. In areas of Hackney, when there's festivals and things like that, it's just, there's people can't get past roads or on pavements, things like that. So it's really not helpful for Londoners to have to deal with this. So what I think when we get to looking at the detail of what's going to be in those regulations, what TfL are going to be able to require of operators, what I really want to see is obviously powers to be able to deal with nuisance parking, which is the most obvious thing that people encounter on a day-to-day basis. But also I want to see the ability to cap the number of bikes so we can decide what the right number of bikes is in any particular area and in London overall. But I also really want London to be able to require the private operators to share their data about rides, not about individuals or anything like that, but just what sort of journeys people are doing. And therefore we can make sure that where the bikes are deployed and where they go to is complementing public transport and not competing with it. I am concerned that in some cases, we talk a lot about cycling, encouraging people out of cars, and so there's more space on the roads. But in fact, in a lot of cases, I believe that the dockless e-bikes are actually taking people, either they'd walk or they'd take a bus. Now, is that the right thing for London? I think that's actually something we should talk about, and having that data about the rides and the journeys people are making would help London make the right decisions about our transport network.